Well, we all get the daily deals in our inboxes all the time, right? Well, are they worth it, and should you be reading the fine print? Of course you should. Well, Emily is here to tell us why. Emily Glazer, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You know, it seems like they're everywhere now.
They are everywhere. There's
offers.
Deal overload. It's crazy.
So it's hard to weed through which ones are really a benefit to us. I mean, at some point, you really do have to read the fine print on these.
Absolutely. And, you know, the first thing to do is obviously see if it's a big name like Groupon or Living Social. They'll vet the merchants, so you'll know right from the start if they're pairing with good people. But there are lots of smaller sites out there that don't even do a lot of that groundwork beforehand.
So when we sign up for one, let's say one is interesting to us, what should we really make sure we know about the deal? Are there expiration dates, so when it expires? Is it maybe not on a weekend if you want to go to a restaurant, things like that we really should look into?
There are a ton of things that you should look into, and most importantly, before you click buy, it should be available. So it might be smaller print, it might be a disclaimer, but like you said, there are expiration dates. But to keep in mind, sometimes the promotion expires, but the amount that you initially paid does not. So that $10 that you paid to go to the restaurant is still there, even if the $20 promotion is gone. That's one thing a lot of people don't realize, that their money is still there.
So if they bought something and the expiration date goes by, then they can still go to the restaurant.
Right, the initial amount you paid isn't gone. Another thing, like you mentioned, there are blackout dates. So often holidays or weekends. For restaurants, sometimes alcohol is not included. That's another thing to keep in mind. There's also sometimes shipping charges. If you're going to order a beanbag chair from Living Social or Groupon, the merchant might have an extra delivery fee because it's so heavy.
That's good to keep in mind. What about if we have buyer's remorse? We click on the deal and then we think about it. We're like, you know, I'm really not going to go hot air ballooning.
And who doesn't have buyer's remorse sometimes? I think I have it every day. So basically, there are certain policies there are some return policies. They differ, and many of them don't have it. But the big ones, Groupon, if there's a damage, let's say you get a house cleaning service and they break your vase, Groupon will handle that with the merchant, so you don't have to deal with it. Living Social, meanwhile, I think has the best policy of them all. They do a 5-day money guaranteed on the regular deals, and then if you do travel, it's 30 days. So that's a really good return policy that I think a lot of people are usually not aware of.
And you mentioned in your story that sometimes we can find deals in snail mail. We all turn to our inboxes, but
yes, Valpak is one of the biggest ones. I think it's been around for more than 100 years. I still get it in the mail sometimes, and I'm like, oh, coupons. Who remember that they're actually physical pieces of paper? That's anything from window coverings to restaurants to deals if you're going to the airport and you need a car service. So it's still out there, and just don't discount the snail mail.
All right, good stuff. We all like deals, so we have to really read the fine print though, because I've had a few of those expire on me, and it's just, I hate that.
Yes,
you know, you got to use them.
Worst.
But good deals out there. Thanks, Emily.